feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now. And I'm not worried about how it's worried. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now. And I'm not worried about how it's worried. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, and I receive it. Come on, come on, come on. Feel like it's already. As I awaken with the gift of yet another day, prepare for the tasks at hand, I offer up this most ardent prayer. I pray for continued clarity of purpose, so that I may hold my vision steady and keep my focus on the needs and success of others, which in turn shall bring me my success. I pray for the wisdom to expect abundance in my life, that it surrounds me and is available for the taking, and to be shameless and unapologetic upon its receipt, for I deserve abundance. I pray for a cheerful countenance, be it clear or cloudy skies, and that I may radiate and infect others with my positive attitude. I pray for the trust of others, that they may recognize my sincerity and true intentions, so that we may move forward together. I pray for the strength to fend off adversity and use my desire and determination as both weapon and shield. I pray for the courage to carry forth my convictions during the battle of business, and to resist temptation to a quicker monetary result when such temptation compromises these things for which I stand. I pray that I may be used as a lightning rod to collect the amazing ideas already present in the universe, and when blessed with such inspiration, that I may be able to apply my talents and abilities to turn the power of thought into measurable advancement of my goals. I pray to retain my childhood wonder, so that I may recognize and revel in the small miracles of each day that others may miss. I pray for an infinite supply of self-confidence, for it alone fortifies faith, strengthens my resolve, and conquers the largest enemy I will ever face, fear. I pray for a compassionate spirit and the patience to offer those who seek my advice and my help my full and undivided attention. I pray for good health and a feeling of well-being, and the continued desire to improve those areas of my physical life I may be neglecting in the name of my spiritual and entrepreneurial advancement. I pray that today is a day of excellence, and at its conclusion, I can acknowledge and be grateful for the forward motion I have made and the growth I have experienced. I pray most of all for the understanding and support of those closest to my heart, my family, that they will equate what may seem like endless hours of apparent preoccupation with affairs of business to what is at the very core of my being, that which drives me. For once I achieve what I have set out in its fullest, I will become that more complete being I strive to be. It is for these things I pray, for I am an entrepreneur.
Well, welcome to day 7 of the 28-day challenge of living a life of gratitude. My name is Deborah Barton-Birden. I'm out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm your reader for the day. I hope everyone had a great weekend and took the opportunity to take care of you and relax and enjoy your trip for your family, and just find some peace and solitude in the process of all the things that you do. Today's reading will be of day 7, the magical way out of negativity. So many of us are programmed for negativity without even consciously being aware that we do it. So we're going to start today's reading on how to change that for ourselves as we learn how to live a life of gratitude. It starts with a thankful person is thankful under all circumstances. Powerful. Whether it's a relationship in turmoil, financial pressure, a lack of health, or problems in a job, negative situations arise because of a lack of gratitude over a long period of time, if we are not grateful for each thing in our lives, we are unintentionally taking those things for granted. Taking things for granted is a major cause of negativity. Because when we take things for granted, we are not giving thanks in return, and we stop the magic happening in our lives. Just as giving thanks to others will always lead to our life magically increasing, so must taking things for granted always lead to our life decreasing. Are you grateful for your health when it is good? Or do you only notice your health when your body gets sick or hurts? Are you grateful for your job every day? Or do you only value your job when you hear there will be cutbacks? Are you grateful for your pay or salary every single time you receive it? Or do you take your pay or salary for granted? Are you grateful for your loved ones when everything is running smoothly? Or do you only talk to others about your loved ones when there are problems? Are you grateful when your car is working well? Or do you only think of your car when it breaks down? Are you grateful to be alive each day? Or do you take your life for granted? Taking things for granted results in complaining, negative thoughts, and words. So when you complain by the law of attraction, you must bring more things into your life to complain about. If you're complaining about the weather, the traffic, your boss, your spouse, your family, a friend, a stranger, waiting in lines, bills, the economy, the cost of something, or the service of a company, you are not being grateful. And you're pushing your dream life further away with every complaint. Now, you understand that complaining, negative thoughts and words, and taking things for granted stops the good things in your life. Now you understand that when something goes very wrong, you have unintentionally not been grateful for enough. Are grateful enough. It's impossible to be negative when you're grateful. It's impossible to criticize and blame when you're grateful. It's impossible to feel sad or have any negative feeling when you're grateful. And the best news is that if you have any negative situations in your life currently, it won't take a long period of time to transform them with gratitude. The negative situations will disappear in a puff of smoke, just like magic. First, as difficult as it may be, you have to look for things to be grateful for in the negative situation. No matter how bad things are, you can always find something to be grateful for, especially when you know that your gratitude will magically transform every negative circumstance. Walt Disney, who knew about the true magic of life, showed us how to do this in his movie Pollyanna. Disney's 1960 movie Pollyanna featured the Glad Game, which had a profound effect on me when I was a child. I played the Glad Game featured in the movie through my childhood and adolescence. To play the Glad Game, you look for as many things as you can to be glad about, especially in a negative situation. Finding things to be glad about or finding things to be grateful for in a negative situation make the solutions appear. Walt Disney demonstrated the magic power of gratitude in Pollyanna, and thousands of years earlier, Buddha demonstrated the way to use the same magical power when he said, "Let us rise up and be thankful. For if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful." Let Buddha's words be your inspiration. And today, take one problem or negative situation in your life that you most want to resolve and look for 10 things to be grateful for. I know it can be challenging to begin this practice, but Buddha is showing you the way to do it. Make a written list of 10 things on your computer or in your gratitude journal. As an example, your problem might be that you're out of work, and despite your best efforts, you're still unemployed. To magically turn this situation around, you have to do a concentrated practice of gratitude on the situation. Here are some examples of what you might say. I am so grateful to have had more time for my family during this period. I am grateful that my life is in a lot better order because of the spare time I've had. I am grateful that I've had a job most of my life and that I am experienced. I am truly grateful that this is the first time I've been unemployed. Let me repeat that one. I am truly grateful that this is the first time I've been unemployed. I am grateful that there are jobs out there and more new jobs are appearing each day. I am grateful for all the things I've learned in applying for jobs and in going for interviews. I am grateful that I have my health and that I can work. I'm grateful for my family's encouragement and support. I'm grateful for the rest I've had because I needed it. I'm grateful that though losing my job, I realized how much having a job means to me. I had never realized that until now. As a result of the unemployed person's gratitude, they will attract different circumstances, and their current situation must and will magically change. The power of gratitude is greater than any negative situation, and there are unlimited ways that the negative situation can change. All you have to do is practice gratitude and watch the magic take place. Let's take another example. A son whose relationship with his father is troubled. The son feels that no matter what he does, it never seems to be good enough for his father. Here's some examples that you can use in that situation. I am grateful that most of the relationships in my life are really good. I'm grateful to my father for working hard so that I could have the education that he didn't get to have. I'm grateful to my father for supporting our family through my childhood because I didn't have a clue then how much hard work and money it took to keep our family going. I'm grateful to my father for taking me to the basketball every Saturday when I was a child. I'm grateful for that my father is not as tough on me these days as he used to be in the past. I'm grateful that my father cares so much about me because he wouldn't be tough if he didn't care so much. I'm grateful that though my relationship with my father, I have learned to have compassion and a greater understanding with my children. I'm grateful to my father for showing me how important encouragement is in raising happy, confident children. I'm really grateful when I get to laugh with my father. Some people never got to do that because they didn't have a father. And for others who have lost their father, they will never have the chance to laugh with their father again. I am so grateful that I have my father, because amid the tough times, there have been good times, and there will be more good times ahead with my father. As a result of the son's heartfelt feelings of gratitude for his father, he will change their relationship for the better. The son changed the way he thinks and feels about his father, which immediately changes what he attracts from his father. And you can replace the father with the mother, the sister, the brother, any other family member that is significant in your life. Just replace the word father and use that person's name or position of role in your life and make it be that. Even though the son was being grateful in his mind and at energetic and quantum levels, the son's gratitude will have a magical effect on his relationship with his father. Provided he maintains his gratitude, by the law of attraction, the son must receive far better circumstances with his father, and their relationship must begin to improve immediately. Remember, you can tell your gratitude is working by the way that you feel. You should feel a lot better about the situation after practicing gratitude. The first evidence of gratitude's magical power working is your feelings lifting. So when you do feel better about it, you know the situation will improve and the solution will appear. The answer to any negative situation you want to resolve is to focus concentrated gratitude on it until you feel better inside. Then you will see the magical work its wonder in the outside world. So you can't just think it. You really do have to feel it. Have you ever been in a relationship and the relationship went bad? It could be a sibling, a parent, a cousin, or just a friend. But you don't know why it went bad. You just knew that you don't remember the circumstances, but you're no longer talking to that person. If you want to be involved with that person again, if you really enjoyed that person, and you want to start spending time with them again, think about them. Think about the good times that the two of you had. Think about what you could be now if the circumstances that happened had never happened. Wipe that clean on your chalkboard of emotions and replace them with something of gratitude. The gratitude, the fact that they were in your life. The gratitude of the fact that you got to meet that person and then you had such wonderful times together. Because every relationship starts out in a positive. They slowly, and sometimes fast, move into a negative state when you began to learn the person for who they really are, and it's just your resistance to accept them for who they are, what they are, and where they are in their life. We all are evolving. We all are changing. As we learn more, we do better. You have to give that opportunity to others as you view them. You know, it's funny, being a parent is not easy. We bring our children into the world with very little experience other than what our own parents taught us. And if you were unfortunate to not have a well-rounded, conscious parent to raise you, you may have been born while they were a child themselves. They only know what they know, and they're not responsible per se for the circumstance of not being able to teach you better or treat you better. But as they begin to experience their life experience, they learn more they do better. So whatever happened in the past is the past. Once you give them a level of forgiveness and you're grateful for the fact that they brought you into this world, or they befriended you, then you begin to see them for who they are today. It's like the saying goes, you can't swallow rat poison and expect someone else to die. So you can't keep holding the past against someone that is doing better today. That's why forgiveness is in our life. And we have to focus on the positive to have gratitude in our lives for that person. You're both evolving, you're both learning, and as you do better, they will too. In making your written list today, make sure you list each of the 10 things you're grateful for in the following way. I am so grateful for, write what it is, or you can use their name, or I am truly grateful for, and then write what it is or their name. You're going to do 10 things today. You're going to write down 10 things today that you're grateful for in that format. And finish the sentence with what you're grateful for. You also will use Walt Disney's way of using gratitude's magical power if you find it easier. You can write it this way. I am so glad that, and then say what it is. And finish the sentence with what you're glad about. Once you've listed 10 things you're grateful for, finish the magical way out of negative practice by writing, thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect resolution. So if you're writing about a negative relationship, you'll say something like, I'm so glad that Linda was in my life. That's an example. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect resolution of us coming back together. That was just an example I gave there, but you can use, one of those 3 analogies of writing down your 10 things you're happy or grateful or glad, you either are grateful or you're glad for something, and it needs to be 10 things that you're going to write down in your gratitude journal in that manner. And just for today, see if you can get through one day without saying anything negative. And this is not easy, especially if you are not conscious of the fact you have a negative spirit on you, that you find something wrong in everything that's going on in your life. So today you're going to be conscious about what you speak. And the rule goes, if you can't say something good, don't say anything at all. Try practicing that. Think about what you're going to say before you say it. If something comes into your life today and the circumstances arises that you are going to find the negative in it, stop yourself and just rebuke it out of your life. Just say, I rebuke that thought, and replace it with something you really, really do want to say on a positive note, because it is a fact. It's a universal law that the more you find you're grateful for, the more you're going to be grateful for. It's very simple. But if you haven't been practicing that, if you're not conscious that way, if you haven't been raised to think that way, it is challenging to turn that around. But you can do it. You can do anything you want to do. All you have to do is just want to do it. And it takes practice. It may be a challenge, okay, but see if you can make it through one day There's an important reason to do this because most of us have no idea how much we speak negativity. But you'll have an idea after watching your words for a day. Remember that negativity and complaint bring more of those things, and if you're aware of what you're saying, you can stop and decide if you want the consequence of what you're about to say. It's almost like blocking your own blessings without consciously being aware of it. Here's a magic lifeline you can use if you notice yourself thinking or saying something negative. Stop immediately and say, but I have to say that I am really grateful for. So each time that you say something negative, just use but. I have to say that I am really grateful for, and put something in place of what you just said negative. So if you say, oh, it's so much traffic out on the road. I hate being on the road when there's so much traffic. But I have to say that I am really grateful for the fact that I can drive myself home. Or it's not going to make me too late to work. Or, you can turn it around. Finish the rest of the sentence with something, anything that you're grateful for. Take this magic lifeline with you and grab a hold of it whenever you need it. And if any little problem or situation appears in the future, remember to put out the embers with gratitude before it grows into a fire. At the same time, you will ignite the magic in your life. So to summarize today's practice, magic practice number 7, the magical way out of negativity. We're going to start with our very first practice of count your blessings, make a list of 10 blessings, write why you're grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Choose one problem or negative situation in your life that you most want to resolve. List 10 things that you are grateful for about the negative situation. At the end of your list, write thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect solution. So technically, you're going to write 10 things that you're grateful for new to add to your journal. And you're going to list 10 things you're grateful for of a negative situation, and you're going to turn it around. So you have 10 groups of 10 to write today. Just for today, see if you can get through the day without saying anything negative. If you notice yourself thinking or saying something negative, use the magic lifeline. You're going to stop and immediately say, but I have to say that I am really grateful for, and put something in place of what you just said negative. Turn it around. Ask yourself the simple question, after you say something negative, ask yourself, do I really want to suffer the consequences of this statement? And what would it be without it? Who would you be without it? That is consciously being aware that you're blocking your own blessings, that you're blocking the magic that can come into your life and turn things around for you. When I got to this day, the first time I read the book, I was surprised at how much negativity I allowed to not so much that I said it, but I was sitting around allowing other people to bring negativity to me. And before I knew it, I was on board with them complaining about the same thing they were complaining about. So it took me down this path of considering why I allowed myself to listen to other people's negativity. And so now I can catch, I don't always, but I can catch other people's negativity and say, stop, 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 stop. I don't need to hear this. And I've gotten into some serious arguments with other people because they want to vent. They want to vent their rage, their anger, their discontent, and they chose me to do it too. But I have a choice, just like you do. You don't have to allow that into your head. So when you notice that you're working very diligently to turn your life around and get out of the negativity lifestyle, you have to be conscious of who is around you bringing negativity to you. And it's very simple. It's simply say stop. And if you have to say it 2, 3 times, just say stop, stop, stop. I don't need to hear this. And you don't have to explain yourself. You can change the subject, or you can say, I truly believe you're going to get this worked out, but I got better things to do. I got to go. And hang up the phone or walk away. It's just that simple, because when a person begins to realize that you are not going to be partner in negativity with them, they'll stop bringing it to you. If the relationship is important enough to them to be in it. Most relationships that are important to people, that's how you change other people, by changing yourself. When they realize that you will not accept that negativity anymore because you want to be happy, you want to live a life of gratitude. That rubs off on them, and then they will be conscious of their own circumstances and come on board with you. But that also allows you to see if you're important in another person's life. And if you must explain it, just simply say, I am practicing how to live a life of gratitude. And part of that practice says, I no longer want to hear negative things. It's not about you. It's simply what works for me. But I'm learning the habit that when I say no, I shouldn't have to explain myself, because this is what's important for my life. And I'm not rejecting what you do. I'm simply saying that's perfect for you, but I'm not going to allow you to do it to me. We all have a choice. We all have a right to do whatever we choose to do, but we don't have the right to do it to other people. That's the whole key of things. People have to respect other people's boundaries. So with that said, we're going to, there's one more step. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you, for the best thing that happened during the day. Remember the magic rock that we were to get on the 2nd or 3rd day we put it together? You need to be having that magic rock working for you, because the thing is, when you lay your head down on that pillow and you use that rock as a grounding of living a life of gratitude, and you gave one big last gush of gratitude to one thing that happened to you during the day, it allows you to go asleep in a more positive state, because you practiced gratitude just before you fell into the alpha state of sleep. And when you get into the deep REM sleep, which is the next stage, you actually will have a very positive dream. I noticed by using the gratitude rock every night, that's what it's allowed me to do. I can remember a period of time when I didn't even dream, and if I did, I couldn't remember any. But I now presently are experiencing positive dreams, and I can remember them. I can wake up and I can actually write them down in my dream book. I've actually started a dream book too, a dream journal, because I want to track myself to see how conscious I am. So with that said, that is today's lesson. Tomorrow will be day 8. the magic ingredient. That should be interesting for you guys. Um, don't forget to do your practices today. Write your 10 things that you're grateful for. Um, write the 10 negative things and turn them around. Tell why you're grateful. Use your magic rock tonight. And let me see if we have anybody. Okay. I did set up the Q&A, so if we have any questions for anyone listening, I'll be more than happy to take your questions. I want to share some announcements with you. We have invited a new partner, a new JV, to help with our marketing and the personal growth of this. I was hoping that he was going to be on the Hangout today, here, on the Hangout on Air, so I could introduce him. Some of you may know him, some of you may not. His name is Belay Omar, and I was waiting for him to send me. Let me see if I can find it. His Belay Omar is someone I've been connected to him in Facebook, and we are now connected in Google Plus. But I'm going to be sharing with you. We're going to be interviewing him this week about who he is and what he does. He's a very successful network marketer. Those of you that are listening to the recording, we're going to be adding him to our description, and he has a really fascinating, for those of you that are network marketers or growing your business, has a really fascinating tool that's coming out. We're going to be adding the description of that to our YouTube recordings, that it will give you an opportunity to connect with him and become a party to this app that he has. It's a very strong marketing app that I'm looking forward to making that a part of our Hangout. Now, he's introduced it to me. I haven't checked it all out yet, but I will tell you this. Anything that increases your marketing skills and make it easier for you to do, for people to show up magnetically, sponsor people to you, draw them into you, is a plus. So look forward to that coming this week. We will put an event up on Google Plus, and we will announce it on our Facebook wall, Conversations with Deborah. If you haven't connected with me in Facebook, connect with me. The page is Conversations with Deborah. I will be sharing with you all of our events, our interviews, and look forward to meeting Omar, okay, this week. Until then, tomorrow will be 11 o'clock, same time, Eastern Standard Time, and we will be sharing day 8 of the 28-day challenge of learning how to live a life of gratitude. Sam will be on tomorrow. He had to take care of his father today, take him to the VA. So I'm hoping that everything goes well there for him also. Mondays are busy days for people. Doctor's appointments, different things. So, there'll be times that we won't always be here. Someone will host a call, because I won't, let that go unattended to keep you on track. And this weekend, I did just sit back and relax, and I didn't realize until it was too late that I was supposed to host a Saturday hour. Day 7 was actually supposed to be Saturday, so I apologize to those that did come, and I wasn't there. I moved it over to today because actually I kind of slept in Saturday morning and just took in, the solitude and peace and quiet of the weekend. So I started my weekend off that way. I want to also give a shout out to my girl Terry Lewis in Trenton, New Jersey. I want everyone to say a prayer for her. Her husband passed yesterday, and she's in that challenge mode of putting him to rest. I hope that my prayers go out to her and her family. And if you're connected to Terry, her name is Terry Lewis. Connect with her. and tell her, you're praying for her, and that you're thankful that he has transitioned over to a life of peace, no pain. Um, uh, and just let her know that you're thinking about her. She's a strong woman. I have to give it to her. Terry is a very strong woman, and she's hanging in there. She has 2 children that she's attending to. They had, and she's being strong for them. But I pray that she takes care of her too, because she's still among the living in this process. I've been down that road twice, well, really 3 times in the last 10 years. 4 times, I'm thinking about it now, 4 close family members I had to put away, and as well as my son in 2004. So I know what it feels like to lose a loved one very close to home. A significant other is just as, troubling as if you lost your parent. So with that said, I'm going to end today's hangout. If you want to hang out with me some more, please come to DeborahBarton.com/CWD, which stands for Conversations with Deborah. Or I'll see you guys throughout social media. No questions have came through, so I'm going to. Now, you guys, you got to interact with me. Give me some questions to answer in regard to or make some comments. How is this working for you? What are the results that you're seeing? That's what we need to see. Make comments on the event page how this 28-day challenge of living a life of gratitude is working for you. Share with others exactly what you're seeing. Go to the Facebook wall and make comments, how it's working for you. I did, I haven't completed it yet, but I was going to announce that tomorrow, but I might as well announce it now. I actually have set up a Facebook page, Living a Life of Gratitude, and you guys will be able to come and like it very shortly. I'm going to finish the information for it and start putting some posts up. But you can search it now. It's just I haven't put all the data in. But we do now have a page, Living a Life of Gratitude is the page. And you'll be able to start making posts and comments there. So with that said, I want to say, hey, listen, be grateful for today. It could be your last. Show love to everyone, and enjoy the fact that you're alive and you've got things to do. Be on purpose. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.